Hi guys, I'm back and I'm back today with another makeup video for you. If you're new to my channel, my name's Zoe and on Tuesdays I talk about conspiracy theories whilst doing my makeup, very much inspired by Robert Welsh and Baker-Sjogren, and on other days I just make normal makeup videos. So I'm a huge fan of Beautybay and each week I tend to keep an eye out for what's new, what's dropped and things like that. At the minute they've been dropping a lot of brands that are well-known brands already, but they've been introducing them to the website and uploading all their products for people to buy, and I just thought I'd take it as an opportunity to try out some things from some brands that I've used before but haven't really explored much with, and I just thought I'd give it a go. So I've got a couple of things with me. It's pretty much just going to be face makeup. I'm not going to be doing lips or eyes or anything like that, as I have another video planned for eyes. So I'll show you what I picked up for my little haul. So Urban Decay is a brand that has dropped to Beautybay now. I used to buy them through, I think it was Cult Beauty before. I'm not too sure, I will confirm that. But it's a brand that wasn't that accessible to me really. I mean, I could shop from their website directly, and I think Debenhams at one point in time used to carry them. But I'm really pleased that Beautybay have decided to have Urban Decay as part of their website. I think their makeup is exquisite. It's really, really good quality. So I picked up an all-nighter spray because I remember using this back in the day, but I couldn't remember if it was good as the hype made out that it was. And because I'm going to be using a foundation today as well as a new concealer, what I will probably do is film like a little check-in and add it to the end of this video so you can see how I got on with all the products that are on my face. So I picked this up, and this is I think it's the travel size, it's the 30ml size bottle. The next product that I'm going to try for my little haul is from, and I don't know how to say this, I think it's Uoma Beauty. I hope I'm saying that right, Uoma Beauty. And this is their Stay Woke Brightening Concealer, and I picked mine up in the shade White Pearl. I did find their shades a little bit tricky to kind of figure out through the website in terms of the description and things like that. So I am nervous that this isn't going to be my shade, and it wasn't the cheapest concealer I've ever bought, so fingers crossed I can do something with this. The next thing I picked up was the Revolution. So this is the Super Dewy liquid blush. Now, I have spoke on this channel about Revolution before and how I pretty much called them out for being a copycat brand. And do you know what? I'm absolutely right. They've recently dropped it's a palette that's kind of in like a see-through component, and it very much looks like the Huda Beauty Retrograde palette. And then these little blushes, nobody owns liquid blush. Like, no particular brand owns it, and it's like so many people make it. But Colourpop have just done their drop of their liquid blush, and it's got a similar, I can't remember what the name of it is. I'll post a picture here. And so when I saw this, I was like, I see you. I see you, Revolution. I see you. But regardless, we're going to try this out anyway and see what it's like because it's such a new product. The other thing I got as part of the haul was a Smashbox. So this is a Studio Stash Lips kit infused with primer oil complex. I think these are all liquid lipsticks. I have tried one of these out already, and I'm not too sure if I'm going to include it as part of today's video. Maybe I'll pop it on and give you my thoughts. But I tried the which one was it? Driver's Seat, which was a warm pink matte liquid lipstick, and do you know what? I have never worn a liquid lipstick like it. The formulas, I can't even explain it. Let me just get one out for you. So it's almost like when you put most liquid lips on and they feel wet straight away, and then they start to sort of feel a bit rubbery, and then they dry down matte. This wasn't like that. This went on matte instantly, and it didn't feel uncomfortable, and I didn't sort of feel product transferring at all. So let me just do a little swatch for you. Like, can you see any shine in that at all? No. It's really, really comfortable. Do you know what? As somebody who, I'm not a big lipstick fan, and I'm not a big liquid lipstick fan, I could get behind that for like wearing that all day and feel comfortable and not have the worry that it's kind of moving all over the place and being easily broken down by like oils and foods and drinks and things like that. So do you know what? I might put it on for you guys just so you can see exactly what I'm talking about in terms of that finish. The last thing that I picked up was the Smashbox. This is the Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. And I've heard a lot about Smashbox's primers. I didn't pick one up, and I think I said in a previous video, I'm not about to spend more money on primers when I found if it ain't broke, don't fix it. My Milk Hydro Grip primer is my most favourite primer I've ever used, and I don't intend on going out. I think my days of spending money to find the perfect primer are over. So although I know Smashbox are well known for their photo focus primer, I think that's what it's called. Although they're most well known for their primers, I wanted to give their foundation a go. I've not really heard anything about their foundation. Apparently this has a weightless feel, we'll see, and oil and shine control, which would be good. I mean, as a oily skinned, my skin type is combination oily, so as an oily skinned person, it is really liberating to find a foundation that doesn't kind of break down in my most oiliest areas around the day. But I also don't like a foundation that's really super dry and super matte on my skin. I like to feel a little bit of moisture, you know, without kind of looking cakey or shiny or anything like that. So we're going to give this a go, and I bought it in the shade 2.12 Skin Tone Light Undertone Neutral. So let's get into it. I feel like I look like Axl Rose today, and I'm not really too sure why. Oh, don't you start. Don't you dare start. Like, absolutely not, Hooch. Just don't have cats if you want to do YouTube. Like, honestly, it's just easier not to have cats. I'm going to start off by doing my concealer first, like I normally would. I like to do my eyes first, so that way if my concealer is slightly too dark or slightly too bright, I can kind of blend the foundation seamlessly into it, and I hopefully won't notice a difference. I'm not sure if that's normal. I don't know if the camera's going to pick up on that. Okay. So straight off the bat, a nice big doe foot. I like that. I like that a lot. It's a little bit yellowy, but I can probably make it work. I'm going to take my Sample Beauty PA 105. This is the Pitch Artistry Dense Concealer Brush. This is how I normally put my concealer on, so I want to give it the best sort of benefit of a doubt. And I'm not really too sure whether I'm going to necessarily scrutinise the concealer much. Like, this isn't a foundation review, but I do want to do that little check-in with you guys. I'll insert some footage at the end just to me talking about how it kind of weared up throughout the rest of the day, because I'm going to film this video, and then after that I'm going to be doing a eye makeup tutorial. So I want to go into that tutorial with my face makeup already done, and it's just a really good opportunity for me to basically give it a wear test and let you know if I think it's worth it. I tend to prefer lighter to medium coverage foundations. It's not often that I will wear a high coverage foundation, so I'm interested to see how it feels on my skin and how it looks, particularly after a long amount of time. And this one claims to be a 24-hour foundation, which is a very bold claim indeed. So I'm definitely going to put it to the test. I'm going to use that concealer. I got a couple of blemishes at the minute. My skin's having a bit of a shitty time, so I'm just going to use those. So far it looks nice. It's pretty much blended straight into my skin, and I'm not kind of getting any real creasing or anything like that, which is always a good sign. I'm obsessed with this concealer brush, and I'm really annoyed with myself that I didn't buy like another 4 or 5 whilst they were in the sale, because I use it every day, and trying to keep on top of cleaning all my brushes and stuff is not easy, not gonna lie. Next we're gonna go in with the foundation. So this is what it looks like here. And yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do to start off with, okay, it's in. I've not seen a foundation tube like this for years. It's really weird. I'm gonna take it on the back of my hand like I normally would. Ooh. Okay, it looks like it might be a bit too dark for me, but we're gonna try it anyway. And it has almost, it's odd, it has almost like a, yeah, like a moussey like texture. Very odd. It reminds me of the Dream Satin foundation from Maybelline. I'm going to start off by doing one side of my face first. Yeah, that's definitely not my colour, which is gutting. I'm hoping if I kind of blend it in a bit better, maybe with like a lighter concealer or something, or I can get away with maybe wearing it in the summer when I'm a little bit more tanned. But straight off the bat, not my colour. Yeah, it doesn't even come close to matching my neck. It's nice though. Like, I like the finish of it, if that makes sense. It's odd, like it looks matte, but it doesn't feel really dry. Don't start. Like, absolutely not. I don't want to hear it. If you can hear that, that's my cat. I can't stop him from meowing, and it's really frustrating because he meowed through almost 60 minutes of footage last night. And I zone out to it because I'm used to hearing it all the time. But for people like you guys, you're probably, I don't know, depends if you have cats or not, might not be used to that. So I apologise, but there may be some footage coming your way, some content that has my cat basically just chatting away in the background. Yeah, it's going on nice. I like it. It's got like I said, it's weird. It's got like a light texture, but it's very high coverage. Like, I reckon I could potentially even cover up my tattoos with this. I forgot to say as well, this is the Sample Beauty Pitch Artistry Flat Foundation Brush, which I did actually do a review on, so you can go and check that out if you want. I don't feel like it's picking up on any kind of like really crappy skin texture, and I'm not really having much difficulty kind of getting it to settle into the skin and kind of not look like it's been brushed on or anything like that. It's looking pretty good. I'm just going to finish up by doing my nose. And for me, the real test of a foundation's texture and everything like that is how my nose looks, because I have so many enlarged pores on my nose. So if it looks good on there, then it looks good generally. It's not clinging to any dry patches in my skin, which is nice as well. And I'm able to get quite a seamless finish with it. It is a shame that it's not really my colour. I know that Cult Beauty's website, they do have this, it's like technology where you upload a photo of yourself and you answer questions about what you think the colour of your skin is, and it will match you to a foundation. I did that with the Vanish Hourglass stick foundation because I really didn't want to get it wrong. That shit's expensive, and it is my colour, but it's ever so slightly too dark, and I feel like this one, it's kind of a similar colour. I mean, if I've got my hair down, I can probably get away with it, but because my hair's all pulled back and obviously my face is framed by my tattoo and my bandana, I can quite clearly see this big kind of chunky yellow. But I mean, I could make it work. I might be able to pull it off. So this is what it looks like up close. As you can see, it's not really clinging to any like unsightly patches of skin. I've got a nasty kind of dry blemish here, and it's not looking too bad over the top of that. This is what it looks like. Next, I'm going to try, this is the Super Dewy blush from Revolution, and I think this is in the shade Fake the Flush. I'm going to take it on the back of my hand. It looks pretty sheer so far. I mean, I say sheer, it's not like complete opaque, it's not like this. It's got a bit of transparency to it. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of go for it and dab it where I would normally put my blush. I think normally this shade I'm using, I normally gear towards more of a peachy blush, would be good for me on my usual foundation, but because this colour's a bit off, it's not really working out. Let me kind of layer it up a bit. It's not really disrupting the foundation, but it is kind of just sitting on top. Hang on, let me just let the camera focus. Focus, hi. You gonna focus on my face? Thanks. So it is kind of just sitting there, but oh, that's weird. You wouldn't think it would, but it has like a scent. It kind of smells like, if you're like me and you're a girl who was a young girl in the late 90s, early 2000s, and your mum and dad would buy you a magazine from the newsagents, and you always used to get some kind of free little makeup thing, like whether it was like a lip balm or something like that, but it always had that really, I wouldn't call it fruity, but it always had a slightly fruity scent. Like, I can't explain the scent that I mean, but you know, if you were to maybe go and get an old chapstick or something like that, that kind of smell, it smells like that. It's really strange. Okay, it's taken quite a lot of patting for me to kind of like get it to look good on the skin, but I don't know if that's because of the sort of foundation that I'm using. On camera it's looking pretty pinky. It's more of like a peachy shade. Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily have negative thoughts towards it. For me personally, I would rather have spent a quarter of the time that it took for me to put this on and just used a powder blush. And I don't really feel like the finish is much of a payoff. But I do, however, see myself using a product like this for like a no makeup look, like a no makeup look, or going on holiday or something like that. So I'm not completely, I don't hate it. For contour and highlight, I always use pretty much the same thing. I use Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Stick in the shade Fawn. And for my highlighter today, I went in with the Iced Out Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter. For my brows, I used, again, Anastasia Beverly Hills. I used the Brow Freeze Gel and the brow pomade in dark brown. I promise this is non-spon. I'm not sponsored by ABH at all. I just really like their products. So when I was doing my contour, highlighter, brows, the rest of it, I couldn't wrap my head around why I hate this blush so much. I think the fact it's still tacky for me is a big no. I don't want like bits of fluff and hair and stuff throughout the day sticking to it. I find that really gross. I also found as well that where I was putting my contour down, I was having a hard time kind of blending the product. I do feel like that is slightly down to the foundation. The foundation isn't the kind of finish that I would normally enjoy. I wanted to test the wearability of this and the claims that it's a 24-hour foundation. So I'm going to forget about the finish when I come back and kind of do like a little check-in to let you know how the foundation's doing on my face like later on. But I would say I'm not really enjoying the finish, and it was quite hard for me to, you can kind of still see there's like a harsh line here just above where my finger is, where I did my contour, and I just couldn't blend the contour out at all. I was having quite a hard time. I was having to sort of use my brush and like really stamp it on, and it felt quite violent, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so those are the products on my face. So we tried out the I was gonna say Revolution Smashbox Studio Skin full 24-hour coverage foundation. We also tried the Uoma Stay Woke concealer. So far I've got no negative comments about this whatsoever. I'm going to use it to carve my brows in just a second when I film my eye makeup tutorial. I actually think the colour looks okay, but then I can't work out if that's because it's with this foundation that is slightly too dark for me. And what else did we try? The blush, honestly, it must seem like I'm deliberately trying Revolution so that I can slate them on camera. I'm absolutely not. I wanted to go in and give this, it's just not for me. I find the colour is quite childish. It's not like an adult peach. I would expect to see this on a teenager, maybe with like her Barry M glitter. It's like a Barry M off. I didn't enjoy it. I found it really hard to work with, and the amount of effort it took to kind of blend it into my skin, honestly, I would just rather use a powder blush that I know that I like and enjoy. And last but not least, I'm just going to finish up with the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. Like I said, I've used this setting spray before. However, it was so many years ago, I honestly can't remember. So what I'll do is when I check in with you later with the foundation and everything like that, I'll let you guys know whether I thought this was worth it or not. It's got a nice mister to it. It doesn't sort of feel like you're being water hosed in the face, which is nice. So yeah. Next time I see you guys, I'll do a little check-in and let you know what I thought of the foundation and the concealer, I suppose. See you later on. So I'm back. It's about an hour since I put the foundation on. It's still feeling round about the same. It still looks round about the same. And it's not too bad. I mean, obviously the colour isn't my colour. It looks my colour on camera, but I can assure you in real life it's not my colour at all. I've just filmed this eye makeup tutorial and I had a little bit of fallout on my cheek, which I managed to kind of dust away, and it hasn't really, I suppose, yeah, it has actually. You can see there it's kind of clung to the foundation, but that's not necessarily the foundation's fault. Like, really what I should have done was filmed the eyes first, but hindsight. So yeah, it has gripped onto a little bit of that foundation there. I'm going to see if I can touch it up now and if that's a possibility, and obviously I will let you know. In fact, if I just do that now, and then you'll be able to see if it's a possible thing. So I'm just going to take the tiniest amount of foundation on my fingertip there. I'm just going to dot it where that fallout was. I'm going to take that dense concealer brush. That has allowed me to touch it up without kind of making a great big mess. So yeah, let me just have a look in the mirror. It's okay. I'm noticing now that my pores here are a lot more visible than they were before. I don't know if that's just because I've pushed and poked around too many times and it's kind of disrupted the foundation. Yeah, I'm able to see a lot more texture, which is annoying. And I hate the way that foundation sits in my forehead lines. But yeah, it's not looking too bad. It's not looking horrendous. And it does look like it will probably hold up for the rest of the day. So what I'm going to do now is get on with my day as I normally would, and I'm going to check back in later and let you know how it's sitting. I'm back and I'm doing another check-in for you. So at this point, I think I've been wearing this foundation for, I'm going to say at least 4 hours now. I have had to powder around my nose as I am very oily skinned, so literally within a couple of hours I get oil appearing around my nose, and I have got a little bit of an indentation because I am a glasses wearer as well. I've been sat chilling out watching some TV, so I've had my glasses on. I did take the lips off, I just didn't like them, I didn't think they looked very nice. And yeah, it's not looking too bad. It doesn't appear to be coming off like weirdly in any areas or anything like that. It is a little patchy around my chin. I'm just going to zoom in and show you. I'm just going to turn the lighting up a little bit. Oh no, that makes it worse. Okay, so you can see here, I've had a little bit of patchiness around my chin. You can see where I've removed the foundation as well when I was taking off my lip. And it is separating out from my pores a little bit, but I honestly can't tell if that's because I've been fidgeting around with it and I'm a glasses wearer or what. Let's just look at one place. Okay, let's look at my forehead. Yeah, it does appear it's settling into those lines really nastily as well. It is breaking up. I think I take it back. I think it actually is. It's not wearing very well. And for a 24-hour foundation, no, it's not looking great. If you look at my eyes and look how the makeup looks pretty much as if I've just put it on, and then you look at my foundation. No. It's not doing so great, unfortunately. I honestly don't think I'm going to do a final check-in, because I think if it's looking this bad at this stage, then it's probably safe to say that the wearability wasn't amazing. So yeah, I'm going to be filming an outro in my dressing gown. So final thoughts. To be honest, I couldn't fault the concealer. I really loved the concealer. The Uoma Beauty Concealer. Uoma Beauty Concealer Stay Woke. This was in the shade White Pearl. I really liked this. It hasn't actually creased at all underneath my eyes. I've got no creasing whatsoever. And do you know what? Even on my lids, I haven't had any creasing or cracking where my cut crease is, and I use this to do my cut crease. I also used it underneath my brows to carve them out, and it looked really nice for that. I'm still not sure what that little noise is when you shake it. I don't understand that, but it doesn't matter, it's absolutely fine. The blusher, I was just saying to my friend on the phone, I hate it. I really don't like it. It still feels tacky when I put it on. I think the colour's really rubbish. I just didn't like how much effort it took to put on. Like, to me, it should just go on like nicely, like straight away. It shouldn't be that difficult to get it on. Setting spray, to be honest, I wouldn't say that it's the setting spray's fault for the makeup, like the foundation not holding out so well, because I've used that setting spray before and it seems to be okay. Like, it seems to lock things into place pretty well. I mean, like I said, all my eye makeup is on pretty good. You know, I haven't had any of it break down or anything like that. I haven't had any breakdown of my eye makeup whatsoever, but then that could also be to do with the fact that the eye primer I used, and oddly enough, The eye primer I used was an Urban Decay, so this is the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I am obsessed with this. I've used it solidly, like, all the time. I think I've still got quite a lot left in this little squeezy tube, yeah, because you really don't need much at all. And now you can actually buy this through Beautybay, which is awesome because we all love Beautybay. Non-spawn. So yeah, just to conclude, I mean, if we look down the sides of my nose, that's not looking too great at all, if I'm being completely honest. So those are my thoughts about the makeup that I tried on for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like me to do similar videos like this in the future, then let me know. I have just placed some orders for some other bits and pieces, so when those arrive, I will probably do a video on those as well. And yeah, we've got some other content coming your way. I think my conspiracy video that I did, or that you may have seen already, it depends when this all gets uploaded, there will be a part 2 coming for that because it was so big. And there was a lot of information that I couldn't include in just one video, so it might take a little while for that to come out and reach you guys. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to end it here. I'm looking forward to getting this off my face because honestly it just looks like shit, if I'm being completely honest. And I just think if you're looking for something that's going to last all day long, it ain't it. It ain't it. But yeah, stay safe, have a good week, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.